was raised in a Methodist church, and I'm going into the ministry, and so I came with that in mind.
How did you select this school?
Well, it's kind of built up in the churches in the conference. It's a conference school, and so you hear about it a lot. It appealed to me, the size of it. I wouldn't have gone to a large university.
Florida Southern is a small co-ed liberal arts college of 1,500 students, more than half of whom come from the state of Florida. FSC is located in Lakeland, Florida, a small community, about 45 minutes drive from Tampa and the beaches on the Gulf of Mexico. It is owned and operated by the Florida Methodist Church, and because of this affiliation and small size, Florida Southern is similar to many denominational schools in the United States. Some of the students had to say about Florida Southern College.
I really don't think religion is that important a part of student life here on campus.
Every person finds his own particular thing that he likes to do, and what he participates in is what he becomes. And he tries to find this in what the activities the college presents.
As far as student activities, we have Methodist Student Movement and the Baptist Student Movement, and every Wednesday morning the entire student body gathers in the auditorium, and we have various speakers. We have ministers that come in from the Methodist churches, and actors and musicians.
We have 6 hours required in the religion department, which is left 3 hours which we have no choice about. We have to take either the survey of the Old Testament or survey of the New Testament. But for the other 3 hours, we have an elective of an upper-level religion course, comparative religions or life and teaching of Christ. And outside convocation, that's the only stress that's ever put on religion here.
Is this a square school or is this a swinging school?
It's pretty straight.
But it's got its swinging element.
They kind of sway a little bit.
It's got a little sway in it, but one thing that affects a lot of people here is they realize that the social life, in other words, our fraternities, our Greek system, and all, is very prominent on the campus.
It's too conservative. We have too many rules, and you can be over 21 here and you can't do the things you normally could when you're a citizen. Like drinking. That's the main problem.
Well, I transferred from a major northern school where most of the policies were pretty liberal. The girls didn't have ours. You're allowed to drink on campus. It was pretty much do what you want to do. But I come down this summer just to take a few courses in Florida because I'm from Pennsylvania myself. And I like the school as the school itself. I like the people. Mainly because the people were friendlier. Southern people I like. I've lived in the North all my life, so I like the people. and I decided to transfer here.
I don't see any long hair or way out dressed.
That's another thing, yeah. I think the kids that come here that look like that, they usually, we have sororities and fraternities here, and if you're not a member here, you just don't fit in.
Slow down, you move too fast. You got to make the morning last. Just kicking down the cobblestone. Purple heart feeling groovy.
Let's go, Zeta, let's go! Let's go, Zeta, let's go!
You're not in a fraternity, are you out of it here?
No, you're not.
It's good for me. I like being part of a group.
It helps make the school a lot stronger, but not every man needs it.
I love it. I'm just a pledge.
I was in one and I dropped out of one because I felt like I didn't fit in right.
I'm not saying that they're not necessary, they are necessary. It's a strictly a personal choice.
If I hadn't pledged a fraternity my freshman year, when I first came in and I was a budding kid out of high school and everything, and all the college scene and fraternities and fraternity life, I don't think I would have now. But see, I just know too many people in the fraternity now, and they've become my friends. But they've become my friends not because I'm in the fraternity, but just because they like me and I like them. We have common interests.
Is this a rich kid's school?
Yeah, it is. I think it is. I don't think everybody that goes here is rich, but I think for the most part, most of the kids are well off.
If you need it, the school can offer you a scholarship. They can offer you a work assistance here. Being able to work and go to school at the same time. Maybe you'll work in the Dean of Women's office, receptionist in a sorority lobby, or in the girls' dorms, or a guy's going to work in the RO department. There's unlimited opportunity.
And I think there's a lot of social concerns too, but I think it is from the upper middle class that most of us come from at this school, and we tend to look on it from that viewpoint. But I think that with any college in America today, there's a growing concern with this, and we have a lot of programs where students get involved with social aspects of the community and stuff like that.
Last year, we decided to do some sort of a service, community service, for the Lakeland community. And so now we have 3 or 4 organizations that are helping to sponsor our tutoring service here, which started out with the Methodist Student Movement. And this has been a fantastic help to the underprivileged children.
Now, you've got kind of long hair.
Yes.
That's kind of unusual, isn't it?
It is. But the only reason I hadn't had it before now is because I had to take 2 years of ROTC.
When I graduate in May, I'll be a second lieutenant commissioned. And so I may be a little more pro-ROTC than most men here. But I think it does have its definite advantages. It's good for the nation. And although it sets some unnecessary disciplines, perhaps, on having a man keep his hair cut in this modern age, it also teaches a man to keep well-groomed. And in business courses, you learn that you're selling yourself.
Maybe it's not widespread hatred for it, but there's no widespread love for it either. Telling someone that he has to have his shoes shined, has to have his clothes pressed, tends to make you feel like you still have your parents around.
Now the next one then will be the...
You'll have classes that will require certain dress. Kurt and I both had classes that require a tie. We've had classes that require socks. Every Wednesday you're going to be wearing a uniform if you're physically fit for the Army. You're going to have short hair. Girls have a dress requirement for the cafeteria. So sure, you are going to have to dress a certain way. It might not please you, but it'll probably please your parents and please mine.
Basically, the hours and the idea that there is a lot of control as far as making decisions. Mothering, in a way. But this manifests itself basically in signing in and out after 8 o'clock and making sure that you will be at a certain time, 11 o'clock on weekdays and 12 on Fridays and Sundays and so forth.
Walk back and forth, pace the floor, as he dictated this lesson. And I can just see him stop on occasion and make his point, you see. You can almost see Paul gesture.
What are you doing?
I'm taking attendance. I'm finding out who's absent and who's here.
Why do you do that?
Because if they miss more than 3 classes unexcused, they're in trouble. Their grades are affected. This is just for the religion department.
Are they assigned numbered seats?
Yeah.
Well, how do you feel about forced attendance?
Well, I think in a way it's good, but then I also feel like if you can make the grade without having been in class, it's better too.
How do most of the students feel about it?
They don't usually complain too much. They just try to see if I'll mark them present when they're not here.
teachers are supposed to take roll call, but only a few of them really take roll call all the time. Because I think the teachers, the faculty here is really good. I think they understand, and they really like to be able to communicate with the kids. And they try.
I'd say it's a very friendly environment. Students feel more than free to check with the instructors, and I'd say it's a very friendly environment.
You don't have a tie on, and you look kind of informal. Is that almost like a student yourself?
Thank you very much.
Is that part of the attitude of the teaching staff here, or is that just your own particular attitude?
Well, in part it's mine. In part it's the attitude of certain members of the faculty. I think there is some informality, which makes for, I think, a better student-faculty relationship.
We try to keep our offices open so that people can come in and talk to us if they want to, occasionally.
Yeah, did you ever see them off campus? I mean, do you ever have...
Well, off campus, not so much, no, because...
But on campus?
Yeah. Oh, yeah, on campus. It's such a small place, you know, that we run into people all the time. Or if you go out to have a snack or something like that, you're always running into students.
How are the academics here?
Good.
Good.
Very good.
Excellent.
Great.
Couldn't be better.
Good instructors, good courses.
Good teachers, good classes.
Small classes. Get to know your teachers.
Almost completely personal basis. You see them all around on campus, you see them off campus, you get to know them outside of the class.
And if you don't, it's usually your own fault, too, because you can do something about it. A lot of people complain about, you know, how they can't stand their professor, and the main reason is they don't go in to talk to them or get to know them.
How important are the sciences here at the school?
Well, it's one of the better departments. Of course, the greenhouse with many, many plants. We have an oscilloscope, which is in the physiology department, and different things that I can't pronounce, and pretty well-equipped microbiology lab with incubators and things like this.
I think you'll find in most of the departments around here where students are given the responsibility and are pretty much allowed to take over in the form of assistance, something that usually you don't get unless you go into graduate school. But since we don't have graduate students, students are permitted to take over semi-teaching positions in, say, the laboratory situation. And it seems to work out quite well, and I think most of the professors are pleased. And,
Is this likely to happen in a large school?
no, I think you're too likely. The professor doesn't know a student well enough to trust him unless it is a specific student that he is grooming very personally. You might get the opportunity, but I don't think normally at a big university professors have the chance to care about the individual student enough to allow him to work with $7,000, $8,000 worth of equipment and know that it isn't going to be misused.
Here you can study what you want to study, and they've got pretty good departments. Like our biology department's really an excellent department, and our psychology department, we have really good professors there. So as far as what I'm trying to get out of school, it's really good for me.
At FSC, you'll find some surprising facilities. An observatory and planetarium. A very active drama department that travels to other schools in the area. A unique course in citriculture. And a small art museum. What happened last year?
Well, there were two nudes. A guy had painted two pictures. One had a male nude, one had a female nude, and it was in very much detail. And the certain administration faculty members didn't feel that it was a clean nude, so to speak. And they felt that it was just, I guess, pornographic or something. I don't know. But they didn't like them, so basically they asked him to take his paintings out of the show.
Does this go into literature and movies here on the campus, too?
Not to my knowledge. When I was a freshman, I read some pretty controversial books.
What's your field of study?
I'm a business management major.
What do you think of that department here?
It's good, but there isn't really a scope enough to sort of branch out and get exactly what you want. You get sort of a very, very general, basic type of education here in business. As far as preparation for grad school, I would say it would, forms a good foundation, but that would be about it.
Are you glad you came here?
In a way, yes, but I think I would have enjoyed a larger school for a while anyway.
Why?
I think there'd be more to do at a much larger school, football games and that type of thing, which is sort of lacking here at Southern.
More to do socially or academically?
Both.
What kind of a student do you think should come here? Your personal opinion.
I'm not really too sure. It's a small college. It's sort of very separate from the town and everything. It's nice, but it's I don't know. It can be very restricting at times too.
What would you tell a high school kid who's thinking of coming here?
I would look at him first and decide whether or not he would fit in. If he had all the long hair and, you know, smoky pot and all this stuff all the time and bell bottoms, he might not fit in, and you really have to look at him individually.
The freshman guy with the long hair, the bell bottoms, and the mandatory rock seat, they don't get along.
An all-American type student here, you know, all around. You know, not necessarily conservative, not necessarily ultra-liberal.
If he's a radical type person, or if he has leftist views, I wouldn't advise it, because it's just not his type of place. But a kid who just wants to go to college and wants a small school, wants to get a fairly good education, you can get one here.
The person knows what they want to do and wants a definite specialized education. I would not come here. If they want a liberal arts education and are willing enough and interested enough in their major field to go on to grad school, then I would say come here.
Florida Southern College, a small denominational college of 1,500 students in Lakeland, Florida.